guys, it's me and the little Princess Peach. She is such a little love bug. Anyways, we are going to do a mask for Monday, and we're going to do an oldie but a goodie. We're also accepting the challenge tag from Jessica. Make sure you watch the playlist in the comment section so you can see, Jessica and the rest of the Beauty Ninja. We'll be right back to show our mask we're going to use and also answer some questions that are interesting, and some of them were a little difficult. Like, I had to do some thinking here. That's not in my bucket. Thinking is not in my bucket list, okay? We'll be right back. Okay, so today we are using our Curette, Q-U-R-E-T, Curette mask, the tomato mask. It's hydrating, it's brightening, it's a really feel good. I don't know about this brand that I have ever tried any of their other masks, but I'll tell you what, this one is a goodie. And there is plenty of stuff in there. And now for, Lord have mercy, I can, oh, wait a minute, something's happening here. The unfolding of the mask. Okay, nope. You can see it because you can kind of see through it, but trying to get your little fingers on it, on that fold, is a whole... The struggle is real, folks. The struggle is real. Okay, and woohoo! Here we go. Yeah, no, it's again, oh, upside down, but of course, because, here we go. And it's nice because it's almost a bit of a cloth mask. It's soft and pliable, and it really adheres to your skin very, very nicely. However, okay, where is the, there we go. It's once you get it apart, it's difficult for it not to like fold back on itself again, and yeah, there it is. Whew, so yeah, we need some hydrating and some brightening today. It's an oldie but a goodie. I have several of these because I really enjoyed this mask. I will keep the extra serum that's in there. You hear a little growling going on. Jake and Peaches are having a little fun in the background here. That's alright. Whew, she is just loves to play, and she's a dog that she has absolutely no problem inventing and playing with her toys and inventing games and playing all by herself. But she has no problem grabbing a toy and throwing it at you. She is a princess. It's true. Okay, so I don't know. Jessica got tagged in this, and she says in her video who initially came up with these questions. I have no idea who it is. I'm lucky that I even remember who tagged me. So, there's that. Okay, so there's 10 questions. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my time? Okay. Question number 1. What is the weirdest movie you've ever seen? Not a big movie watcher. Well, I have been watching a lot of stuff recently, but I don't know, a weird movie, like, I don't know what. I'll tell you that to me, and this is a. It was only weird to me. The first Halloween, okay, the first Halloween movie, Halloween #1. I saw it at the theater. You know, it was like the first Halloween movie. It was a big thing. Okay, went and saw it at the theater with a friend. I was like, I think I was a teenager. So, Lord of mercy, old movie. So the first thing they do in this movie is the screen goes black, and of course for kids, we're sitting in the very front row. In the very front row. So the screen goes completely black, and then I can't remember, I think it was red letters. It might have been white though. Up pops the date. October 30th, 1960, which is, you know, the 30th is the night before Halloween. The day I was born is October 30th, 1960. That being the very first thing that happens on this movie, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I was kind of ready to get up and go right there. That's a little personal, you know? That was weird. Okay, that was weird. I don't know how many other people have had an experience like that where it's a horror movie and your day that you were born, not like October 30th, 1979 or some shit like that. No, it's the actual day that I was born. Okay. Yikes. So, Jason commits his first freaking murder, you know, like on my birthday or the day I was born, right? Okay, so that was some weird right there. I know I got this written down on okay. Question number 2. You're on a commercial flight, plane window or aisle seat. I would prefer the aisle seat. I don't know, I've flown commercially quite a bit. Plus my dad had a pilot's license, so I've flown on, you know, small craft. The only thing you see out the window is, for the major part of the flight, is a bunch of clouds. You really don't see anything. You're not getting a view of anything that you can't see from the aisle window anyways, you know. So now if it's your first time on a plane, by all means, because it's cool for the takeoff, and it's cool for the landing, and you know, when they start circling and that, it's kind of cool to see the stuff and look out the window. But once you've seen it a few times, they all look the same, you know. So, I prefer the aisle seat just because that way, if I have to go to the bathroom or if I need to get something, I don't have to, you know, climb over people, or just not, because I don't really, you know, I don't want to inconvenience other people, so I would probably just sit there anyways. Or, you know, somebody sleeping or something, you know, I don't want to do that, so I would be an aisle seat. I'm an aisle seat person. Okay, number 3. Most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you in public. I used to work at this racehorse farm where I exercised racehorses, and I don't know if it was quite public or not, but there's, you know, you're talking all the there's like 10 people there that's help. There's the owners of the, you know, and the trainers, and you know, we're talking 15-20 people there, okay? And most people are of the untrue assumption that, you know, if you're born a woman, then you're born a cook. And no. While I have learned to cook a few things, cooking, it's not my, I don't really care about it. Just slap me a ham and cheese sandwich, I'm good to go, you know. If I want something really cool, a meal, then I think restaurant is like the opportune thing. First off, I don't really care to do the cooking, and second off, I really don't care to do the cleanup. So that whole, you know, all women are good at this shit, that's bull. Okay, it's bull honky, it ain't true. And I'm one of the ones it ain't true about. So we used to like take turns. We had a like a little kitchen there with an oven and stove and all that, and we took turns once a week, you know, making some kind of a meal, blah blah blah. So I forget now what but for some reason I was going to try my hand at pork chops, okay? And I believe this was the first time I ever attempted to make pork chops. Well, they were probably on sale or something. I don't know why I thought this. You know, I don't think I even seasoned them. Yeah, nothing. I stuck them in a frying pan and, you know, I fried them and flipped them over and fried them some more. And I don't think I even put any, you know, anything in the pan. And pork, I think, tends to make its own grease, but for whatever reason, these pork chops turned out really, really tough. Like, really tough. And no flavor. It was like chewing on shoe leather, and I mean that seriously. It was probably leather would taste better and be less tough. It just really turned out bad. And you know, you know, when everybody was kind of looking, you know, they don't want to be me, and I'm like, no, y'all don't understand. I told y'all I don't cook. Oh, you woman, yeah. No, this is it, folks. This is what you all asked for. This, you know, I wanted to just bring something to go, but y'all, no, you got a cookie here. I said, well, you know, so we ended up, I don't know, we went and got it to go from somewheres, but okay, we're in a barn, right? Because I'm at a racehorse barn. So there's like a quadzillion cats at this barn, and most of them are wild as sin, you know. So we take these pork chops out. There's like maybe, I don't know how many chops. I don't think anybody actually ate any of their, you know. So we take them out to where, you know, the cat hangout, right? And I just chuck them on the ground, you know, and I'm like, yeah, you know, good for you guys, cats. And the cats all come running over because they think they're going to get them some really good treat. And now everybody's standing around here, right? You know, because we're all starving, because, you know, the cats all come, and I mean, there was a boatload of cats, right? Them cats come over, they would like pick up a pork chop and then just kind of drop it and sort of looked at us like, what kind of a, I mean, it was hysterical. It was embarrassing as fuck, but even the cats, wild freaking cats, they gotta go hunt their own means. Even the fucking cats would not eat these pork chops. Them pork chops laid there for like, I don't know, a couple of days, and finally one of the grooms just went and, you know, got them and put them in the garbage, and they was like, you know, I said, yeah, you know, somebody had to clean that shit up, didn't you? And they was like, well, I didn't want to say nothing because, you know, even the bugs wasn't eating. Like, oh, yeah, that was sad. That was sad. Another embarrassing thing that happened was, because I used to raise horses. I was into horses back then. You know, that's why I still live on what was initially my horse farm. I don't have any horses at the moment. The recession in 2008 pretty much killed that. But So I used to give lessons, and I raised quarter horses. I had like some reining horses, but for the most part, like I raised and sold reining horses. But I did a lot of lessons on people, just good horsemanship skills, you know, how not to get killed, basically, and how to really communicate with your animal, you know, blah, 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 emergency situations, things like that, because it's amazing the people that are trail riders that have absolutely no clue, and then they wonder why they, you know, it's the horse's fault when they end up in the emergency room. No, it's not. It's not. Anyway, so, like once a month, we would take a couple of horse trailers. I had some, because we used to do horse shows too, and we'd have like this camp out at the state park, right? And you know, you'd get the know-it-all folks in there, you know, that they know everything, and their horse is this and their horse is that, you know. And one day I got a little big for my britches, and my personal horse, her name was Sea Bandit, S-E-A, Bandit. She was a quarter horse. I had her, shoot, almost 30 years I had that horse. She was a horse now. Anyways, so that horse we had a good communication, and I did not have to have anything on her for, you know, she was pretty, knew what I wanted. But like I said, you know, I owned her for a long time. So, she would usually, I would just point her at the trailer, and she would get in, and I would shut the door behind her. I didn't have to tie her up. I didn't even have to have a halter on her head. Nothing, right? So, this one day, we're getting ready to go home from trail riding all day, and there was some folks there that had just been, you know, kind of aggravating, because, you know, they thought they was all that, but they had like these big bad bits on their horses, and, you know, that they were borderline abusive. But like I said, you know, whatever, you know, yeah, you a badass because you can beat up your horse, whatever. So I decide that I'm not only going to point my horse at the trailer, I'm going to just grab her by the mane, walk her up like 6 feet behind the trailer, let go, and she's going to get in the trailer when I'm going to let go like at about 6 foot, right? Well, evidently God and Sebe had a little talk and decided I needed some humility. So after I'm you know, thinking ill thoughts about these trainers, you know, or not even trainers, but backyard horse people, I go to load my horse. She's walking next to me. I'm, you know, got her by the about halfway down the mane, I guess, maybe a little more towards the ears, you know. She's looking at the trailer. The rest of the horses are already loaded. She's going in the back compartment, you know. She knows what to do. She knows what to do. Like I said, her and God had a discussion. I let go. I go to grab the door. She backs up 3 steps and takes off running into the woods. Now, let me tell you what, this horse, I think it's the only time in her life she ever done ran away, okay? I was like standing there going, and I don't know how many people was at this trail ride. There was, it was like an organized ride. There was probably 400 people there. And my horse goes running through, everybody loading their horses, and takes off into the flippin' woods, which means now I gotta unload a horse and saddle it up and go find her little ass. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, there was a lot of laughing going on at my expense. That was rather embarrassing, but it did teach me humility. And yeah, it's okay to do stuff like load your horse without, you know, that's a good thing. You know, what's not a good thing is to do because you be showing off, which is what I was doing. And Yeah, like I said, God and that little mare, they put some humility into me that day. Okay, so there's a couple things. Okay, question number 4. This one cracks me up. Non-clothing item that you could pull off as an outfit. Okay, couple of bath towels and a few safety pins will make you a nice little outfit going on there. You could probably get away with going out in public. I don't know if you want to drive a car, but another thing that I could do that I thought of is them big black yard trash bags. I have actually used them before as like a rain jacket. You can cut a couple holes in the side and a hole in the middle, so you can, you got sleeves and that so forth, and get you a grocery bag put over your head, tie it in a knot, tie the, the handles in a knot, and there you go. You good to go, So, yeah, there's my non-clothing items. There's a lot of things that you could use. You could use a barrel, pick that sucker up and waddle around with it. Hide behind a piece of plywood. I don't know, but yeah, I'm thinking make it into an outfit. Couple towels and some safety pins, and raincoat. I'll tell you what. Now, a large dark garbage bag makes a really good raincoat in a fix, and like a grocery bag is real good for the head, keeping the water off your head. So there's that. That's what I come up with. Okay, next question. If you won the lottery, what is the first thing that you would purchase? All right, for me personally, I think a lot of people are going to say, like, new car, new house, some land. Well, I got a house, I got land, don't really want a car. Eventually, I would probably get a car because, I think I would, like, lease a car at first, not actually purchase one. I would just do, like, a lease. What I would actually purchase, probably the first thing I would go out and buy would be a tractor. It's, I've always enjoyed driving a tractor. It's a whole experience in itself. Makes your job, getting things done a lot easier. With the bush hog, shovel, scoop, whatever, front end loader, with a little roof on it so you're not, got the sun beating down on you. I don't need no tractor with no air conditioning, although that would probably be nice, but you can always hook up a couple little fans on it, so at least you got some air movement. Get you have a little roof so you got some shade. You good to go. Just don't work in the middle of the freaking day when it's 1,000 degrees. But yeah, that would be like probably one of the first that would be the first thing I would purchase, would be a tractor. Not a real big tractor. Well, I don't know. It would be kind of cool to have something that you could put a furrow on so that you could, that might not be exactly how you say that word, but, something that you could dig up and turn over the ground and make like a really large garden. I'd take one of my paddocks. I got some paddocks out here that are a good acre, maybe 2 acres, that are, fenced off. Turn that up and put in a proper garden, that would be incredibly awesome. I would love that. So yeah, I would say for me, tractor. And don't think I won't get on my tractor and drive it down these country roads to the gas station. I ain't gonna go get, I'm gonna have to go get, plus I can haul a little wagon behind a tractor, but I'm not going to go get a canned gas. I'm just going to take it to the gas station who's got diesel and fill that puppy up. take some cans with me, but yeah, I'll drive my tractor down the road. International Harvester. I don't know, I'm old. Y'all might not remember that song. So yeah, that would be question number 5. Okay. Question number 6. If you could sit down and have coffee with a famous person, alive or dead, you know, any famous person, who would it be and why? Okay, again, this is me. This is me we're talking about. I got the whole thing planned here. It would be John Wayne. It would be John Wayne. I feel like he was a super intelligent, basically a good person, a little set in his ways, but you know what? I think we all are. But did you know that some of you might not even know who the hell John Wayne is, but in the movies, in all the westerns that John Wayne played in, he did not use the movie studio's horses. The horses that he rode in movies were his own personal horses. So the horse, that big old red horse that jumped over the 4-foot fence in, what was that, True Grit? Yeah, that was his horse. That was his own horse. Number one, I thought that was a pretty cool thing. I knew that when I was watching his movies. It was well, maybe not common knowledge, but anybody that wanted to know about John Wayne, you know, could do any kind of research and that would come up. I would love to grab a couple of horses, hit some back trails, do some rough riding, and then light a campfire. So we're talking, you know, whatever time, and have a real pot of coffee over a campfire and sit there and have a discussion with John Wayne about his horses and his movies and why, you know, he preferred to use his own horses over the movie studio horses, which, let's face it, the movie studio horses are trained to do the things that they're supposed to do in the movies, you know. So why did he think it was, you know, crucial to ride his own personal animals or have them there, whatever, you know? I just think, there's so many different movies that he did. I think he had a lot of perspective on a lot of different things. I'd love to know his attitude, his opinion on things that are going on today. I'm like, John Wayne for president, bitch. You know, yeah, it would be John Wayne. It would be John Wayne. Okay, so that was what? Okay. Number 7. Do you think, okay, I believe she said fate, Fate, is a real thing? I do. I believe fate is a real thing. I think that you are destined to end up where you're destined to end up. Okay, it's all of our fate to die one day. You know, it's your fate. I think that my personal belief, I think that God, yep, here we go. I'm sorry, it's a religious question, so yeah, I'm going to drag God into this. To me, it's a religious question. God gives you choices, okay? So the journey could be, you know, different, but where you end up is preordained. The Lord has that planned out, and that is fate. You know, it's, no matter which direction you decide to go, which journey you decide to take, the end, you're going to end up in the same place. So, you know, you're going to end up where God wants you to end up. So, but the journey is up to you. You can be a good person, you can be an asshole, you can be, you know, like I said, the journey is up to you. You can, you know, God gives us some free will. And I think that's what he means is basically, now there are some things that are going to happen because God needs things to happen in order for fate to work. For everybody. Because fate ain't just you, it's for everybody. Everybody has their own fate. But I do believe that the end product is preordained, and that's basically fate. Your fate is set. Where you're gonna end up is where you're gonna end up. Now that don't mean that your beauty needs to go out and stand in front of a truck and go, yeah, I'm not supposed to die today, so this truck hitting me ain't gonna kill me. Because it might not kill you, but it's gonna hurt damn bad, and that's the choice. You know, do you want the pain, or do you want to step away from in front of the truck? Okay, that I don't know if that even makes sense to anybody else, but that's my opinion. Okay, question number 8. Let's take a little break right here. I want to welcome 2 new ninjas. We have not had brand new. It's not easy to get into the Beauty Ninja group, but we have 2 new Beauty Ninjas, Sharon and Tabitha. I want to welcome these ladies, and they have also been tagged. I don't know if they're going to do this in their Mask Monday or not, but you know, they will be doing these questions also, which they're fun because nobody has the same wants, desires, experiences, so everybody's answers I think are going to be completely different. Okay, so question number 8. Do you believe you have a soulmate? Is it possible to have more than one? Okay, soulmate. I do believe that certain souls are attracted to each other. I don't believe that this has to be like a romantic soulmate. I think that best friends can be soulmates. I do think that if you find a soulmate that is, or if you end up marrying your soulmate, you are one of the luckiest people in the whole world. Because that's true. That's serious truth. But yes, I think you have more than one soulmate. I think you have soulmates that are your best friend. I believe the animals have souls. Therefore, I think that you can have, a soulmate that is an animal, that you two are meant to be together. I've owned a boatload of horses, and I can tell you straight up, my horse Sea Bandit, Seeb, she was a soulmate. She was my soulmate. Now I've had a lot of horses that were not my soulmate. Okay, I've known some dogs, cats, other animals that were not my soulmate. Okay, but I've had a lot. I've been blessed to. I had a Siberian Husky. She was my soulmate. This little dog we have now, Princess Peach, her name started out being Georgia Peaches because she comes from Georgia, but she's a princess. So yeah, Mario Brothers, Princess Peach. She is a soulmate, not just for me, but also for my son. She is the second dog that I've had, or that we've had, that Jake has, if y'all, for anybody who doesn't know, Jake has scar tissue in his brain from an injury. It happened when he was a child. He has some issues. And when he gets frustrated or angry, or, you know, his emotions overcome him, he can be something to deal with. Is he on medication? Yes, he is. And medication is not, it's not the answer. It's a help, but it's not the answer. There is no answer. You know, if you want to do research on scar tissue in the brain, Google it, whatever. There is no actual answer at this time. Emotional support dog. Most of the dogs that I have had, when they see Jake coming, because he can be a lot, okay? He can be overwhelming. Jake can be a lot, okay? And we always had this rule that there was a place that if a dog, you know, went to the certain spot, that was their spot, that you left them alone. You know, so Jake, you have to respect their spot, okay? I've had 2 dogs that would deal with Jake, you know, that wouldn't just, you know, if he called them, they would go the other direction. And one was my Siberian Husky. She loved Jake like he was a puppy. He was a little kid when I had Chinook. And this little dog, Peaches, she will just, when he starts feeling overwhelmed or frustrated, instead of being afraid and running the other direction, she will like force herself upon him. She will literally like take her nose and, you know, no, you need to pet me now. You need to pay attention to me. You need to look at me. You need to. Now, is she a little bit of a Karen dog? Yeah, I think she is. Is it about her? Possibly. But the end result is that she distracts him from the bad things that are happening to him, and helps him to gain control of himself. And this is like truly what, you know, an emotional, in my opinion, what an emotional support dog should do. She reinforces good emotions, and she brings out good emotions in him, and she does it on her own. She's not like trained. Neither was my Husky. And like I said, I've had a lot of dogs in my life, and the rest of them would see Jake coming and chink, you know, and Lord forbid if he got angry or frustrated or, you know, started moving in a certain way, whatever, they were gone, hit the hills, go hide under the couch, whatever. Not her. Now, she'll play keep away. she'll run and hide under the couch, and he'll come looking for her, and then, you know, he'll go to another room, and she'll mad dash out from under the couch and go and you know, grab a toy and throw it at him, and then she'll mad dash back under the couch like she was playing hide and seek or something. I don't know, but yeah, there's definitely soul there, and I believe that she and Jake are soul mates. I do believe that just because you have a soulmate doesn't mean that you're going to meet. You know, you could have a soulmate out there that something happened to them, like we were talking about, you know, fate. Something happened along their journey, and they made a wrong turn, or you made a wrong turn, and your paths are just not going to cross. I think that happens quite a bit. It's a shame, but you know what? Sometimes it be like that. So there's my opinion on soulmates. Okay, number 9, something you would try if you were guaranteed not to fail. Baby, I'm climbing up. on the highest thing I can get on, and I'm gonna fly. If you could guarantee me that it would work, that I would not fail, I'd be flying like Superman. Yep, that's me. I would fly. I'm sure people are gonna have a lot more realistic things, but me, I can guarantee not to fail, I would fly like Superman. Yes, mama. Okay, and number 10. 2 things on the top of your bucket list. Okay, the number 1 thing on the top of my bucket list that I need to get done before I die, and I say I need to get done before I die, is my mama, her uncle, so it would be my great uncle, was the last lighthouse keeper in the Cape May lighthouse. Okay, my grandmother used to actually go and spend the summer with him at the lighthouse. So we have a lot of like history about that. Of course, they don't have lighthouse keepers anymore because it's not a flame. Nobody needs to keep it lit. It's all electrical and automated now. And of course, ships have a little more secure, they've got radar and this and that, it's just not the same, right? So you don't need a lighthouse keeper anymore. I got something going up my nose here, I don't know, but, so, an organization took over the lighthouse, and they do, like you can walk up in the lighthouse, and they sell, they have a little gift shop, and they do, explanations about, I think that's like actually the 3rd lighthouse, because they've been destroyed by, hurricanes and tidal waves, stuff like that. But, so my mama actually worked for them for a long time, and she truly loved the lighthouse. It was like her thing was the lighthouse, right? And, she's been cremated, and yes, I have her here. Her wish was that someone take her ashes and go up to the top of the lighthouse and, sprinkle her ashes off in the wind. And yeah, I have not been to New Jersey in years. I do need to figure that out. Putting on my little flip-flops, but that would be that's on the top of my bucket list. I need to go to Cape May, New Jersey, and let my mother, fly basically off of, rest in peace from the top of the Cape May Point Lighthouse. Okay. Number two is about me. All right. This will never happen, but probably the only thing that I haven't done that I would really like to do is I would love to, and seriously, I have no actual desire to leave the continental USA except for this one thing. I would love to go pony trekking across Ireland, visiting the old castles, the rock formations, the whole countryside. But I want to do it from horseback on a good old Irish draught, I ain't gonna go fox hunting no more. I'm too damn old to be jumping no 4-foot fences anymore. But it would be great to just ride through the countryside and see just all the rock formations and the waters and the old castles and the ruins, and that would be you know, the Blarney Stone. I think that would be cool. That would be probably on my bucket list. Other than that, I gotta tell you, you know, the only child I had was Jake, and Jake lived with his dad for an amount of time, and then he actually did, you know, as he gets older, things get worse. But he did get married for a while, and you know, was living in the Midwest. And I had, you know, no children, so I had the time and the fortitude to do basically what I wanted to do. So most of the things that I have wanted to do, I have been able to do, and you know, my bucket list is pretty much complete. I would like to go on a cruise, I think. I don't know if I really want to go on a cruise, or if I just want a swimming pool. Like, I'd like to go to a hotel that has a large swimming pool, and I would just, you know, eat, sleep, and swim. You know, that might be the whole thing, is the swimming pool. I like a pool. I don't want to actually swim. I'd rather just float, you know. There's that. So, that was all 10 questions, and I want to tag Alice Lynn Beauty and More. She is also a beauty ninja. So Alice, I tag you. You're it. I challenge you to answer these questions. And yeah, it's been. It's been. So let's take off the mask. Whew. I'm sorry, this is a long video. Oh, this is just a wonderful mask. What? Okay. Oh, okay. It's stuck to them. I'm like, what happened to the other eye patch? There it is. Ooh, I'm gonna put a little bit on the elbows, because us old ladies, we got some dry elbows. Plus, I take allergy pills, which dry you out. You know, I mean, it. The whole point of allergy pills is to dry out your sinuses, so that you're not, you know, runny eyes and sneezing and, you know, all that all the time. But it doesn't stop there. It dries out everything. So there's that. But, you know, I hope y'all were amused by this. I hope that some of you will maybe pick a question and answer it below. I think it's a fun game. And, well, this feels nice. Until the next time, I hope you wake up dancing, wake up dancing, boom, boom, wake up dancing every single day. Bye-bye.